Peace. I'm hollering peace. And ain't nobody even on here. Is anybody out there? I have something to talk to you about today. It's very important to you. Gotta tell y'all about, I was already planning on doing this video, and then something happened just a moment ago at the post office. I want to see if anybody else is going to get on before. Either way, it'll be posted on my channel. So I headed out to the post office to go and mail off some DVDs to a sister in the Bronx. So I want to send a shout out. If you see this, you know who you are. Appreciate your support. And while I'm in the post office, it's this long line, and I get up to the counter, and sister's working at the counter, and she just starts telling me about her life. Now, all I did, I walked up and said, "How you doing today?" You know, spoke, and she starts, you know, processing my stuff to mail off, and she starts telling me through the conversation about something that happened to her, traumatic experiences with a loved one. And she's like, I don't know what it was, but she said something told me I needed to make sure that you came through my line. It was two people working, and this is how it happened. It was a young lady had gotten, there was the one male attendant on one end, and then there was the lady that took care of me was on the other. So it was two people working. The young lady who was in front of me in the line, she had tried to go to the man first, and he told her, well, the way you got this packaged, it's going to get caught in our little processor, and it'll probably rip it up. So she went outside and got her another envelope or whatever she needed, and she was just gonna get in the back of this long ass line and wait. And I was thinking, man, you don't need to, it ain't that serious, you know, just come on up here. So the lady who was the attendant told her, hey, didn't you just come here? You can just go on back up to where you. So she ended up going to the guy, so that I ended up going to the lady attendant. So I was supposed to go to her. That's what I'm trying to say. It was supposed to line up that way. And she was supposed to run into me today, and she was supposed to share what she did, because I was the right person for her to tell this stuff to. Why? Because I wasn't going to ridicule her. There's nothing she could have said to me that would have sounded crazy or outlandish to me. There's nothing. So this is how things line up. This is what we call true spirituality, where there are forces working that we cannot see. And when we hear that term namaste, the God in me recognizes the God in you, that's some real shit. And when you, Bobby Hemming used to say, my sincerity is my credentials, you know, so your sincerity will create what is called your aura, okay? And the Anubis aspect of people, which is intuition, is really talking about an inner vision that can see the unseeable in and around other people, okay? So each of us has an Anubis factor, and that Anubis, when it is online or functioning, sometimes it goes to sleep in us, sometimes we just ignore it. But when that Anubis aspect is functioning, it tells us things that we should not be able to know. How is this woman supposed to know to even say anything to me? And I'm not going to be like, you crazy as hell. You need to, it's because the Anubis aspect of her was online. Now, so what I did was is I told her, well, there's someone that you need to talk to. And it's funny because I was already going to do, I had to got my little notes about what I want to talk about real quick. So I'm about to go in and work out. But I wanted to talk about a person that I know who is on another level as far as spiritual gifts. Okay? And I don't think I'm going to talk about all this stuff. Let's just talk about what this person does. This young lady is named Tamika Ball. Okay? Tamika Bell. And she's a psychic medium. She does tarot readings, and she is efficient and proficient in speaking to ancestors. So if you got an ancestor you need to get in contact with and commune with, she can do it. Now, I am not going to vouch for somebody that I have not tried out and have not experienced the power of what they can do. I have been in a few situations where I needed magical insight. I needed communication with an ancestor. And this is how you know when somebody is legit. If they can give you some details about the ancestor that there's no way in hell that they would know. See, some stuff people can cherry pick, and they can grab something like, oh, this person loved you dearly, like, okay, come on. You could guess on that shit. But when they give you certain details, there's no way that they could be making this shit up. This is real. Now, this is all backed up scientifically by quantum physics. Quantum physics tells us that there is nothing existing but particles or states of energy, which we would call states of consciousness. So the science is catching up now to justify what you've already known through your studies in spirituality, that we have the ability to commune with the unseeable. Okay? So I want to share this with you all. I wanted to share this with you all so that you can have this resource available to you. I have nothing to stand to gain by telling you about her. I ain't getting no cut off or nothing. I don't want no cut. We ain't got no secret little partnership or business going. This is what she does. And being in what I'm into, it just goes hand in hand. So I want to share this information with you. Her email is TOMIBELL2310@gmail.com. Her name is Tamika, and her email is TOMIBELL2301@gmail.com. You can contact her for your psychic mediumship, tarot readings, and connecting with your ancestors. Why are these things valuable to you because on your spiritual journey, you want to have as many cheat sheets and as many sources of information that you can. You don't borrow nothing. You borrow none. You get your information from your books. You pull it from the spirit realm. You're pulling it from your ancestors. You're pulling it from Akashic records. I mean, you're going everywhere. Nothing is thrown out. We eating all the scraps. We eating all the leftovers. We ain't discard nothing but the bones. And hell, we might bust down some of them motherfuckers and suck the marrow out of that. We're getting all that we can get, okay? So I want you to reach out to this sister. Her prices are very reasonable, but you can discuss that with her about getting your reading. But this is somebody, at least you know that you got somebody vouching for what this person can do. And I vouch for it, okay? Another quick thing is some of you all have children like me, and you got jobs like me, and you don't have a lot of time. Then there are others of you who have buku time. You know, you pretty much ain't got to worry about nothing but yourself or your mate. Approaching this magic, for those of you who have more time, you need to get into really taking the time to explore your magical powers in depth by studying and applying, okay? Those of you who have less time, you need to still be doing the same thing, but you might not have the same amount of time as some others. Let me tell you one thing that I'm using to get channels. I'm using my son to get a lot of channels, okay? And you've got to watch your children, okay? Because they don't have as many fetters as we do. Fetters are things that hold them down into humanity, or hold us down into humanity. See, we got bills, we got responsibilities, we got to take care of them. We worrying about taking care of the children, but the children ain't really worrying about us taking care of them. They worrying about having fun and getting fed, okay? So that allows them to, when you hear people talk about the fairy realm, okay, your child has a greater ability to tap into that realm because they ain't got nothing holding them down, no anchors. So pay attention to how your child is moving. My child started giving me clues that I got to really, really work with Hanuman. And then, and Hanuman is a little monkey god, okay? And then they come out with this thing with H&M about the coolest monkey in the jungle. See, you got to flip that shit. You got to see when the channel's coming through and letting you know something. So Hanuman is the little genius, and he's a genius. His genius is displayed when he's a little mischievous little motherfucker. My son is a little Hanuman. He's a little mischievous fella. He's a little trickster. Okay? So that tells me to tap into my creativity, my creative side. You know, it might even be my more comedic side. You know, I'm a little trickster myself. And that's other things we could go into, but this is just real quick. I wanted to touch on that. Get this sister's information out. You need to holler at her for psychic mediumship, tarot readings, and communicating with your ancestors, and make sure that you are really working with your magic, no matter what your situation is. You got to work, you ain't got to work, you got time yet, whatever. You got to figure out how to be creative and utilize your time and maximize your time and tap into your magic. I'm trying to tell you, we are doing this shit real time. We fucking with magic real time. Fuck all the other bullshit. You know, your shit is magic. I don't care what no motherfucker try to come and tell you what you can't do, you know, and no, we fucking with magic. I bear witness to the shit, and some shit I'm just not gonna go into details about. You shouldn't tell everybody all your business about, well, this, guess what happened with me. But some people who know me, they know some things that happened last year. And they know some things that are going on now. They know what time it is. But you need to make sure that you're tapping into your fucking magic. Because these motherfuckers are shitting on themselves. The people who may seem like they're running shit, motherfuckers ain't running shit. They're running scared. They're running scared. Tap into your magic. Believe in yourself. Study to show thyself approved. You can't believe in nothing that you ain't learned. So if you ain't taking the time to learn yourself, you're not going to be able to develop the confidence in yourself. So if you're lazy, you're not going to be able to get there. You got to, each one of us in our own way has to do our work. That's what it is. Ain't no organization gonna save you. Ain't no group gonna save you. Ain't no other person gonna save you. You are Christ. You are God. You are the goddess having a human experience. Brother Jamal signing out. Stay down until you get up. When you get up, stay down. Peace.